going to be selling. So now let's get into the analysis on the dollar index. So first of all, we go to the weekly time frame to look at what we have. Now we can see that we have cleared out all the buy side liquidity we had here since I think for how many weeks now we have been bullish. So we have finally cleared all the liquidity resting above those highs. And now we are trying to have a pullback. And if you can take a look at this, all these levels that price failed to hold when it came there, price failed to hold. Now you can see price is using it as a kind of a support to go back up. So now let's look at the daily time frame. Now on the daily time frame, you can see here that we have a break of structure to the downside. Let me pull up some of this line. Then we have a break of structure to the upside here. So we are still bullish. And what do we expect? We expect a pullback and a continuation to the upside. So now let's drop more to the lower time frame and see what we are expecting, or what we can have. All right. So now on the 4 hours, you can see that price broke this low. Price broke this high and came back for a retest. This was our break of structure here. That was our break of structure. So price broke it, came back and bounced on it, gave us a bullish movement again. I think because of this gap here, price had to come back again. So now if I drop more to the lower time frame, let's go down to the 1 hour and see what we can have more. Now you can see now that we have a bullish structure here, but what we are having here currently is trying to pull back. Although all this gap that price is giving on the dollar index is still showing us they are thinking sufficient in price. So now looking at the 1 hour time frame, you can see that price came back to this order block that we have here. So let me pull this out. All right, so price came back to this order block we have here after taking out this sell side liquidity here, taking out all these lows, created a new low and also took it out. After taking out the low, we had a break of structure here, although this is a gap, so price just had to refill the gap. And now this is where price is currently, and price has taken out this low again. So now what we are anticipating is a bullish price move on the dollar index to move what? To go back up. And if you can see here, we have this Asian session indicator. Now we have taken out these lows, this Asian low, taken out this low. So I'm expecting New York session to be a bullish move on the dollar index. So if we have a structure shift here, we have something like this, they will break structure, then expect price to come back and retest, then you'll be hunting all the buy side liquidity and maybe back to this high. But here can be the safest target, or the Asian highs. So that's what I'll be anticipating on the dollar index. So if that is for the dollar, then we go into the Euro USD. We should expect the Euro to do the opposite. So now going to the daily time frame, let's see. Euro also is respecting this bearish order block. If you can see, as I drew this liquidity lows, this is where all my sell side liquidity. Now if you take a look at it, each time price take out the sell side liquidity, it tends to retest it and continue. Each time it takes it out, it will retest it and continue. Like if you see what happened here, took it out here, retested it, took it out here, pull back a little bit, almost to retest here and drop. So now I think that's what I also anticipate this place, and this is also a bearish order block on the daily. So let's go down to the 4 hour time frame. So on the 4 hour time frame, you can see that already price has tapped in our bearish order block here. I think that was yesterday, dropped down and came back to it again. So if I should drop more lower, let's go to the 15 minute. We anticipate more sales on this price action. And what do we have? We have cleared this buy side liquidity here, took another high. We have also taken out, I think this high is put, okay, this high has also been taken out. So we have also taken out this high properly. So now what I will be expecting the New York session is surprised to give us a bearish structure confirmation. Why? Because the dollar index is about to go back bullish. So the only reason I'll be shorting this market is if only I see a confirmation, create a low, pull back, break the low, then we take a short and target what? The Asian low, which is around here. Alright. We target the Asian low here. So that's what I'll be anticipating on the euro dollar. Why? Because euro has come back to its daily order block, and also it's a 4-hour order block also, and the structure is already bearish. If you can see, this is our last break of structure here to the downside. So all these are retracement back to the point of interest, the order block on the daily. Then what do we have? Then we need a massive drop again to the downside. So now let's look at GBP USD also. All right. So same thing on GU. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame. I can't go to the daily again because we already seen that the trend is bearish. So now on the 4-hour, you can see this is our last break of structure here to the downside, showing bearish trend. So now, as at yesterday, we took out this high and we expanded to the downside, break minor structures. So let's drop down again to the lower time frame. Let's say 15 minutes. And what do we see? So after we took out these highs, although we are unable to tap into the 4-hour block here, but we cleared the highs, and what happened? Price minor structure to the downside here. So I was anticipating, or I'm anticipating price to come back to the order block here. Then we have one there, and we also have this here. So now price has tapped into it. If you can see, price also took out this low. This was another break of structure, still confirming the bearish order flow. So at this point, price has taken out also this edge, this high. I think this was New York high of yesterday. An Asian high has also been taken out. So what I'll be expecting next, or what I will anticipate next, is during the New York session, price should give us more bearish move. Once the structure is shifted to bearish move, then can take a sell and target all the sell side liquidity and also the Asian low here. So that will be my target for the euro dollar and the GBP USD. So let's look at gold also. All right, on gold, let me clear the chart. All right, on gold, if you can see, gold has been on a bullish trend. I think for a long period of time, just came back, gave us a bearish trend last week, and this week again, price has been bullish. Then yesterday we had a sell. So this was where we had a market structure shift when we broke this first demand here. That was a break of structure. So after we had that break of structure, we had two supply zone here, which is here, this other block here, and we also had this. But as you can see, above this other block, we have an imbalance. So price definitely wants to fill in the imbalance. So if I should drop down to the 1-hour time frame, you're going to see a clean high. So this high now is a liquidity for price. Now price took it out and gave us a massive expansion to the downside, breaking structure to the downside. So this was our intermediate time frame structure shift. So what do we anticipate now? We expect price to come back to this other block, then we get a confirmation in lower time frame and we short, or price come back here and we wait for another confirmation, then we short. So but currently on gold, what I will do is I will only take a scalp for buys because it's against the trend that is here currently. So this buy here will just be to mitigate this other block and continue the sell depending. So for now, those are the analysis that we have on the pairs. While we wait for the year session to come, we're going to be looking at those price action on euro, GU, and the dollar index. So don't forget, remember, once the dollar index is bullish, anticipate a bearish GU, a bearish euro, and a bearish AUD USD. Then once dollar index is bearish, anticipate a bullish move on those pairs. The opposite, they do opposite. So I think that's all for our analysis on the major pairs. So in case if you have any minor pair you want us to look at, you can let me know. But if no, then you have a question you can ask. This session will not take time because I want it to be interactive. So if you have any question, you can ask now and let's flow together. Any question?